opinions expressed in this program are not necessarily those of its hosts, its urban arts, its advertisers, or its affiliates, and are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent. And let me add, none of this is medical information. What up? What up? What's happening? Y'all know what time it is. It's 7 o'clock on a Tuesday, so it's your boy Brian Forbes. We are live. And I hope that if you are in one of these places where the weather is not cooperating, or at least in the way that I would like for it to, I want to say stay safe, stay warm, stay dry. Do your best to do your best. That's all I can tell you, because it was 80 degrees here today. So I'm not gloating or bragging or nothing. I'm just saying. Last time this happened, and I was talking crazy about the weather. You remember that? We got that bad snowstorm. I was talking slick about the weather, and we got a real bad snowstorm here in Texas, way down here in the armpit of Texas, where it's hot and funky. And well, it don't take much down here to shut everything down. Let me thank you all for coming through. Thank you for hanging out with your boy, Brian Forbes, because we are here live. Hey, Linda Sanders, I see you. Thank you for coming through like always and checking in. You know how you do. You be checking in. She be checking in. Let me make sure we got full thing here. Yeah, we good. Okay. Yeah, I got to make sure. I'm not going to be asking everybody. They can hear me, they can see me, they can see me, they can hear me. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a fantastic show tonight, because what we're going to do, you guys, and I told you last week that this is what we were going to do. What we're going to do tonight is we're going to discuss a topic which we have in the past discussed here on Inside Stepping, but we are going to talk about health and wellness. Now, part of the necessity, in my opinion, of us having these discussions is that in as much as we love to have a great time dancing and listening to the music and partying and having fun and all of that, we still got lives, y'all. It's kind of like how we all love the step a scene, we love the party, we love to do our thing, but we also got jobs. We also got kids at home. We got whatever your life circumstances are, life be lifing. So the dance itself gives a lot of people an opportunity to step away from life. But in the midst of that, we all have challenges and things that go on around us. And so for that reason, we must always diligently be mindful that while we are dealing with one another in this community, we have to keep in mind that other folks have lots of other things going on, and it ain't just about the dance. There are those who would like for it to only be about the dance, but this is how it is. Sharice Wright, how are you this evening? Thank you for tuning in. Yes, you can expect Popping with Poppy to be coming soon. We are working out some of the logistics and things of that nature. We did do a test run last week, a week before last, and there will be more coming. I promise you. We are excited about it. Obviously, you are as well, and I appreciate your vigorous input. We are going to make that happen, and it is going to be phenomenal. So get ready. We got a lineup coming for Popping with Poppy of interviews that are going to be bananas, man. I'm talking about great entertainment. And just keep in mind, her show is not about stepping. It's about life, like what we're talking about right now. Life gonna be lifing up on there. You dig? First chapter to break down, Treehouse. My man, what's happening? I see you, my brother. Thank you for the salutations. Val Wells, how are you this evening? Pastor D in the building. Dennis Howard Hodges all the way out there on the West Coast, where it's warm. The East Coast folks is feeling it right now. Y'all stay safe now. David Calhoun, what's up, family? I see you. That's my man, my main man, 50 grand right there. Norma Watkins. Hey, Normal. Arjanelle Anderson, how are you? Thank you for checking in. So, as I was saying that, and I think I talked about this last week where I said specifically that Um, I am often disheartened with our community and our people when it as it pertains to our historical input and our contributions and how we perceive those things as we move forward into the future. In that, when I did the Black Factor and now what is called the Forbes report um, versus Inside Stepping, I'm always disappointed that the participation is not as uh, much as I would like for it to be, but it only kind of um, shows us a sort of a microcosm of what actually is going on in our society, where we would prefer not to deal with the life issues in as much as we would like to just be able to dance and have a good time. Curtis Jackson, how you doing? Um, and yeah, see you in Atlanta, bro. Uh, Zoe, what's happening, man? So, in as much as we would, we use the dance as an outlet for our, uh, just for life. Period. It's a place we can let go, or we should be able to. And this is where, unfortunately, in fact, I somebody the other day sent me a message. They were at an event recently, and someone in that event critiqued another dancer, or I'm sorry, a group of dancers, and had something to say about their technique and some other things. Now, unfortunately, this came from a person who is or has been known to be an instructor. While I get it, I also want people to be very, very clear about a few things. One being that everybody doesn't come to the set to be critiqued and treated as though they are some sort of a they have to follow every technical move and step within someone else's curriculum. It's not how this works. Part of what we lost in the uniqueness of this dance is when people all began to attempt to look alike or do what others were doing, so much so that it becomes obvious almost sometimes of who actually taught them. We have gotten too far away from understanding what this dance actually is. It's an expression. Dance itself is an expression. The way music is an expression. It's a way for us to um, let out how we feel. We listen to the parts of the music that make us feel a particular way. We get that endorphin thing. We get that dopamine hit when certain songs come on and we feel the way we feel on the dance floor. No one is in any position to critique any of that ever. That's your personal fingerprint on the wood. Period. Right quick. Kenneth Wynn, I see you. Thank you for checking in. Hey, Deborah Edwards, I see you. Hey, Lamar, what's up, man? Been a minute. Good to see you, bruh. Keisha Reese, baby, how you doing? I see you smiling happily in the house. Sandra Davis, there you are. Thank you so much. Eric E.T. Taylor, what's up, E.T. in the building? That's my DJ homie right there. Um, and so I want people to be more or feel freer, feel more free to enjoy themselves. And I'm talking specifically, I'm going down that rabbit hole for a couple of reasons. While there are those, myself included, who hope and pray that everyone gravitates toward or respects, if nothing else, just respect the culture, respect the history, but do you, you know? Hey Sunshine, I see you, my dear. See Juan's in the building. Do you? That's the way we've always done it. We do us. We've always done us. We've always come to the set. Anybody telling nobody, oh, yeah, he did that wrong or he missed a turn. And we didn't do that. I hate that we've come to a place where that has become so necessary. Now, here's my point. Who needs to come to the set to release the tension, sometimes anger, the hurt, the expression of good times? Who comes to the set to have other people speak on how you express yourself on the wood? Now, there's etiquette. Yes, follow that. There's things that, we should do in regard to the way the culture has been raised, like a small child, and it has been groomed a certain way. Yes, we should respect those things. But at the same time, nobody can tell you how to express yourself. I want that to become normalized. Let's get back to that normal. Um, Sylvester Manuel, how are you? Thank you for coming through. Sharice Wright says, you are correct. This conversation, Brian. We all have an opinion. However, it doesn't mean it needs to be spoken. Exactly. I don't want to dance like everyone else. I don't want to dress like everyone else. I want to look like me. I want to move like me. Let me do that. Exactly. Super Dave, Las Vegas. What's happening, my man? I see you. Margaret Simple Shoes Ray, how you doing? Black Knight in the building. And so this is leading directly into the conversation that we are about to have with my guest, Mr. Calvin Haynes, one of the most prolific DJs in our community and has been for many, 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 many years. And as I've always said, and I've said in the past, one of the most underrated, in my opinion. Matter of fact, probably at the top of the underrated list. And it's not that people don't bring this man in to play their sets, but I personally do not believe that he gets the accolades that he deserves for his contribution to this community, in as well as the way he has um, helped others to become acclimated to this community. The way, and I personally have been touched by this gentleman. Um, Twan Silk Wilkes, I see you. What's happening, my brother? So hey, Tania Foster, it's been a minute. How you doing? I want to see the normalization of people not having to feel stressed when they decide to touch the wood. When they decide to walk through the door of any venue, any set, any gathering, and touch hands with whomever they choose in the room and not have to worry about who's watching. Did they mess up? Are they new? Whatever. This should be about fellowship and the governance of ourselves, to the point where we're not worried about what the next person is doing on their wood, on their feet, in their space, in their lane. Don't worry about their lane. Stay in your lane, and everybody else will be happy. Facts on facts. Um, with that said, because we're going to get a little deeper into these conversations, let me, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, introduce you to my homie, my friend, my pal, my buddy old pal, Mr. Calvin Hayes, y'all. Mr. Haynes, how are you this evening, sir?
Hey, brother Forbes, I'm doing fantastic, brother. Thanks for having me on your show. How's it going with you?
Man, I can't call it Jack. And if you don't holler, I won't scream.
Ah,
You
my
look
man.
good, man. You're looking like $1 million over there, buddy.
Well, thank you, brother. I appreciate that.
Now, before we go any further, Mr. Rudy Dotton in the house. I see you. Reggie Miles in the building. Conversations. Um, I'm gonna do this right quick. I got to get this out the way. Um, I personally want to give you your flowers um, for the opportunities that you've provided me, for the information that you've provided me, for the encouragement, and one thing that you don't know about.
Oh.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do this right quick, man. I gotta do this. Okay.
Go for it, brother.
So there have been times, y'all, because y'all know how I am. Y'all, my audience, they know how I am. And I'm not just talking to my audience. I'm talking to my friends, the people who I roll with, people I've been knowing from the cradle to the grave that roll on this show with me. I want y'all to understand something. Those of you who know me know that I have my times when I'm in a mood and I ain't always the nicest guy. I can be, a little confrontational, combative, and so on. I'm getting better though. But the reason I'm getting better is because of people like you.
Oh, wow.
See, you need to, one day I think somebody pissed me off. And you have a perspective that, and I don't know about nobody else, I'm talking about me. Your perspective has always been so positive and so sort of enlightening. Your energy tends to move things aside, move that anger and that other stuff out of the way, kind of like, and you always got that little smile on your face, like you always got that little grin on your face when you talk, like, hey man, you all right? And I want to let you know, brother, that I appreciate that being able to move me the same way sometimes when people get into beefs with other people and they get into arguments, like somebody can walk in a room and say something to you and it triggers you, and next thing you know, you off on a tangent.
Yeah.
Well, you do just the opposite. I could be on a tangent and you come in the room and the tangent goes away. So that is a beautiful thing, because unfortunately, some of us are still a work in progress. And it's beautiful when you have people like you around people like me, because it definitely affects everybody in the room. It affects the energy in the room. And that is why, my guess, you are probably one of the best DJs in the game, because you, through your music, are able to move people and give them what they need in that time. And that is a rare gift, my brother. So
thank you. Thank you for
from
that.
me to you, brother, thank you for being who you are. We need more like you. Real talk.
Wow, I appreciate it, man. I really appreciate that. And it means a lot coming from you, with your experience in the steppers game. Just by nature, my personality is more of a de-escalation, try to keep the peace, choose your battles wisely,
Yeah.
type of demeanor. And I don't like to see our people going at each other. And then if I can do anything to talk somebody down, to de-escalate the situations, even when situations happen in the club, on the clubs I work at, the 50-yard line, the Family Den, Mr. Ricky's, whatever, wherever might be, I would get on the mic. If I'm not next to the person, I get on the mic and just tell them, "Hey, brother, respect the club. Y'all respect the club." And something about that phrase, it seemed like it resonated with them, and it seemed like the guys would be a little less more, okay, well, we'll settle this another time. I think he's got a point. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Um,
Cooler heads always prevail.
Yeah.
But somebody has to have one, and you are that dude. So
I try my best. I try my best, Brian. And how it is with stepping, man. We don't have too many sanctuaries that we can claim. You know what I'm saying? So we got to preserve and protect our our spaces.
Absolutely. DJ Ambassador Kevin Nevels. DJ Calvin, the first DJ to welcome me into the DJ world, gave me his number and said, whatever you need, give me a call. And I appreciate that. I will never forget that.
That's my man. Kevin Nevels is my main man. Yeah.
That's right. And that's why, for those of my audience who don't know my DJ journey, I've told some people this before, and I want to make it clear. I would not call myself a DJ for a very long time. I was playing music at sets. I had people saying, "Oh man, come play," and I would play, but I would never say I was a DJ, and I definitely did not even have a DJ name, because I would just didn't see myself as a DJ, because I refused to disrespect those who put in the time and the work and the energy and so forth. And it was my DJ peers who blessed me into this game, and people like you, Calvin, who gave me my first shot at the 50. You know what I mean? And you know, man, that's a
And you
blessing.
cooked. And you
That's a
cooked.
blessing,
You cooked
baby.
up there, bro. You did your thing.
Thank you. You know,
You
and
had 'em
that's a
rolling.
blessing. You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't get a shot like that, you know. And for me, you know, shout out to my man Stretch Alex. You know, he's the one who actually came up with my logo. He was like, man, you know what? Your logo back then, I was wearing an afro. He's like, man, I see a microphone with an afro on top. I said, every time I think about your, I was like, that's a good, I like that.
That sounds like Stretch Alex.
Right, yeah. So I use that, and DJ Durrell Smooth Greenwood, you know, he was another one who held my hand through this, and that brother right there is the one who gave me my DJ name. I didn't call myself DJ Be Real one day. Like, you know, a lot of DJs just jump up one day, I'm DJ so-and-so. No, I didn't do none of that. I was blessed. They blessed me into that by saying that I was prepared. I'm ready. Not me just jumping out there. I'm a DJ, you know, going out there and stinking up the room, you know, because we got people who do that, unfortunately. see, that's something Calvin might not have said. I'm just
saying. Views and opinions expressed by the host.
You feel me? You understand me? Okay.
Good, it's all
good. So, yeah. Let's see. My man El Lamar says DJ Calvin looks different with the beard, but the smile is consistent. Met him in Philly at Step and Set and had a heartfelt, mature discussion in the lounge. Wait a minute. Oh, we're about to lose it here. Hold on. Which inspired my soon-to-be Chicago trip. There you go. See, Calvin, you're touching people all over the place, man. Kim Sheldon said, hey, Kelvin. LaVea Herbert. I agree. I saw DJ Calvin yesterday at the Grand. His presence is genuinely calm and cool. He got to be a Libra.
It's Capricorn, actually, but
see that?
I might have Libra tendencies. Who knows, you know?
Reggie Miles said, I remember when I first met DJ Calvin and he knew who I was and told me some of my history. I was humbled. I love how he recognized the crowd and caters to everyone. Yeah.
Thank you, Professor Miles. Man.
Martin D says, hey, Calvin, let's see. David Johnson, thank you for this. For the love in Vegas, much love. Okay, that's Super Dave. Let's see.
Oh, that's my man, Super Dave.
Yeah, Super Dave out there in Vegas.
That's my main man. Oh my
God. El Lamar always got great questions. He says, have Calvin's DJ journey explained, and is he mentoring for the future? That's a great question. This guy always is. You know what, El Lamar, I'm gonna make you a correspondent, man. I'm gonna have to put a camera in your hand or something, because you be asking them great questions. Calvin, that is an absolutely fantastic question, brother. I would. What are your thoughts on that?
He said, explain my DJ journey.
Tell us about your journey, man. Where'd you start? Who gave you a crack at it? You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'll tell you what, to fast forward to the 50-yard line, because I started before then, but, you know, like the Family Den and places like that. And Chuck Gordon at the Family Den gave my start there. But at the 50-yard line, this dude named Big Jeff, he passed away. He was the main DJ at the 50-yard line. It was a guy named Ron Brown that had the Saturday afternoon Steppers brunch. And he had plenty of DJs before Ron Brown, but Ron Brown held it down for a while. He was getting ready to quit, and Big Jeff had me audition for his spot. And he liked what I did. I kept the floor rolling. And so I got baptized in the 50-yard line. It was 25 years ago.
Wow.
You know, and just since then, you know, people have heard me up there because 50-yard line is one of the meccas of stepping. And so people heard me up there. That's how I got a chance to play for GDI before they were GDI. You know, they were a group called Stepping Out, as I can remember. Mm-hmm. We played at a place called Maestro. You couldn't cut the music up past 3 because they had apartments above the place. And they might have had 200 people. Now they bring 4,000 people in. Wow. You know. So, you know, a lot of people allowed me to cut my teeth on their sets. You know, Pete Frazier, Rose Wellington, you know.
Love
and
Rose.
It's important because you get a chance to play in front of different audiences. You know, it's one thing to play at the 50 every week, but it's another thing to play at a really big party.
Absolutely.
Where you have so many different demographics of people.
Especially these days. You know, nowadays, people really don't understand. A lot of people don't, like, there are DJs that could play certain sets in some parts of the country, but going into the 50, that's a whole other animal. you
Oh
know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
well, if the 50 is truly Chicago.
Yeah,
You truly
absolutely.
got Chicago there, and you got to know your classics. You got to know your people. You got to know how to flow with the music. You know what I'm saying? You
Absolutely.
just can't be all. You just can't be all over the place. You got
That's
to you
right.
got to set a tone and a mood and a journey, like you said, a journey for the
You got
people.
to tell a story with the music, baby.
Yes,
Yeah.
and when you got people screaming over every record that you drop and the way you drop it, it does something for your spirit.
Yes, sir. I was just telling somebody the other day, because I don't get to play as much as I like to, especially being down here in Texas and everything. We do our sets and stuff. Even I still don't get to play as much as I like, but I've told people, there is nothing more satisfying than being able to stand in that space and know that what you are playing and what you're doing is literally moving people. Is literally
Yes,
bringing people together. It's literally like being a maestro in front of an orchestra and you are literally guiding people through their dance and through their journey and it's all at your fingertips. That is a beautiful beautiful thing, man.
it's a symbiotic relationship. You give them energy, they give you energy back. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? And they put a visual to the music that you're playing.
that's
It's
it.
one thing. It's one thing to hear the music. It's another thing to see the music.
To
Steppers
see
allow
it
you to
move, to
see.
watch it move across the floor. Yes,
Right,
sir.
right. To watch the
Man,
yeah. So
absolutely.
and it's a great place to be. In the DJ booth. I know being on the steppers floor is fantastic. But I just love being in the DJ booth, seeing the people having a great time, relating with each other. No incidents. No, you know what I'm saying. No bad vibes.
Yeah.
People switching, partners here and there,
Yeah.
and like I say, stepping is a great genre, man. It's everything that should be right about partying.
I agree.
It,
Yeah,
it's a nice
absolutely.
pace. It's not frantic. It's not chaotic. It's real graceful.
So, Eric E.T. Taylor said they showed up and showed out at the Grand Ballroom yesterday.
They
So,
had me. They had me literally in tears, man.
and right quick, DJ Marky G says my DJ brother Calvin, I love you, man. We cut from the same cloth when it comes to this DJ life. Real ones don't fold. Praying for strength and healing. Chicago stand up for a legend. Yes, sir. So,
Marky G, neighborhood superstar. Marky G
neighborhood
is a
superstar in the
class
building.
dude. Always have been, and very talented, man. I mean, you go to his house, you look at his studio, everything. There's not a nothing out of place, a stapler or nothing. Everything's so
You
neat
said
and
not a stapler or
organized.
nothing. Stapler and
Nothing.
everything in
Not a
place.
paper clip on the floor. Nothing. The man is just he's
Well,
a he's
okay.
a he's a mad scientist in that lab, man. He just creates such beautiful projects.
Truthfully, man, I really don't know that the people in this community really truly understand the amount of talent that is in this community. Like it's
Between
amazing.
it is. You got a lot of talent with DJs, music producers. Don't even get me started on the skating producers like
Oh man.
Keys Kane and Sharp Pro and
Yeah.
B Dash and all them type of dudes. Then those guys lay out music constantly.
Yeah.
CJ the DJ, and then you got our DJ, step DJs, Mellow Chris,
Yeah.
Cross, Myron, Black Cool.
Mm-hmm.
You can go down the list on and on and on.
Yeah.
And the DJs across the country too. Like you said,
Yeah.
it's a lot of talented people out there, man.
A
And
whole lot.
and when I go out and listen to guys, I take notes and and I don't pretend like I know every song and I get my Shazam out. And man, that's pretty clever. you know.
Look, Sunshine Haywood saying you have created jams for the culture. Yeah, you got some hot ones out there still.
Thank you, Sunshine.
I still be playing my DJ Calvins now. Don't play no games.
That creative bug. I was a musician before I was a DJ. When I was a young kid, I used to play the bass.
Okay.
When I was in band, I played trombone, baritone, and I played the bass, electric
Okay.
bass. And you know, I can tap around on the drums, I can tap around on the keyboards to get the
Dig
sounds
that.
that I want. And so when it came to stepping, I realized that, even though, of course, house music brought out the local producers
Man.
and guys in Chicago.
Yeah, it did.
So guys like Steve Silk Hurley, Farley, Eric E.T.
Mm-hmm.
Taylor, you know, they were making tracks.
Yep.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
remember all of that.
808 drum machines,
Yeah.
Tyree Cooper, Mike Dunn. Like I said, the list goes on and on. Danny Sweet D Wilson. You
Mm-hmm.
know, like I say, if I forget any names, please give me Hugo H. There's a lot of guys that's really
Mm-hmm.
creative on that music
Chippy.
side.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chip Eberhardt, man, come on, Doug, quit playing.
Yeah.
So of course it's going to evolve into stepping as well.
Mm-hmm.
So you know, you got guys like Mellow Chris who was doing remixes before remixes were
I was
popular
about
on
to
the
say
step
back
scene.
before remixes was remixes.
Right before I think before remixes they had the term remixes. So he was doing stuff with Denon CD players
Mm-hmm.
and a false text CD recorder, where that only took one CD at a time. And so let's say if you're doing a remix and you do this one part, like you say, Brown, get down. You do that throughout the whole song.
Mm-hmm.
You got to take the CD out, put another CD in, burn that, and then put in the oh yeah, you know what I'm saying, and put in your part as you go. It was such a tedious process. So by the time you get one of his remixes, I can understand why you want to give it to nobody. It should have took them
talk about all that work.
6 days to do the bastard, you know.
You know what I'm saying? That's funny, man.
So, but yeah, I mean, point being that it inspired all of us to be creators, you know, because all of us got music in our heads. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
The way we
right.
process music,
That's right.
and old school music, they leave a lot of room for you to remix it, for you to put your own spin on it. You know what I'm saying? They leave a lot of instrumentation. So,
quick question.
Yeah.
Since you brought that up.
Yes,
How
sir.
do you feel about old school remixes?
It's a time and a place for it, bro. It's an audience for it. Of course, you know, the original steppers don't appreciate it because they like the music the way they heard it.
Right.
You know, they want their dope uncut. They want it pure. They don't want no mix on their dope. You know what I'm saying? But the newer people who's not familiar with that music, they want a drum beat under a certain song because the drum beat is what brought them into stepping.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They probably learned at a class, they probably learned at a YMCA or a park district, and they used to the harder count. You know, the harder beat is what's in modern music now. The melody is what's in old school music, and sometimes it gets conflated. You know.
Well, that goes back to when I opened the show. One of the things that I was talking about in terms of the music and people being able to express themselves based on what they are hearing, because everybody has a certain part of a song that they use for their motivation to dance, and that should be that's absolutely left up to the individual. You know, even though you got people out here. That's why I was pointing out we got people out here who tend to try and dictate how people should move on the dance floor. You know, and going back to what I said, you know, there was a time when people didn't care what other people were doing as long as they respected the culture, respected the etiquette of the dance, and they stayed in their own lane and mind their own damn business. Nobody was pointing, oh, he missed a turn. We wasn't doing all that. So,
right.
That being the same with the different parts of the music and people selecting those parts that make them move should be very, very simple.
Yeah, well, as you know yourself, there's different levels and different areas of stepping. You know, you got to get down, which is a more up tempo type of flow to the dance. You know, man on man. You got the slow bop. You know what I'm saying? Where you know people are a little more graceful. You got walking. You know, so it just depends on the crowd that's in front of you. Now, you know, speaking of Reggie Miles, I know me and him go back and forth a lot about this. You know, but it's about the crowd that's in front of you, man. Because if they're not having a good time, you can be playing all the jams in the world. You can be, I mean, you can be in a zone, but if the crowd in front of you is not enjoying that, they're not feeling that, then you as a DJ are not doing your job. And you
They got to
can't,
be in the zone with you.
right, and you can't chastise the crowd for not enjoying what you're playing, because you understand what I'm saying? Because they, they're the ones who have to navigate that. You know what I'm saying? They got to dance to that. So if switch it up. If they're not feeling what you're doing, switch it up. Do a couple of things. You might have to raise the tempo a little bit, and they might be in that mood. You know what I'm saying? They might be in the mood to move.
Yeah, you got to know when to bring it. That's for sure. So Calvin.
Yes, sir.
What?
So
the producer lady, she wants to know how long have you been DJing in years?
That's a good question. Probably since the 80s. So I guess 40.
Long time.
Yeah.
So okay, El Lamar, here he is with some more questions. He said, what kind of atmosphere are you trying to create as a DJ? And when you yourself aren't feeling 80%, do you feel it comes out in your music set?
You try to create the type of atmosphere that produces a lot of energy for that room. And when I say energy, that doesn't necessarily mean up tempo. That just means crowd participation.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Go ahead.
No, you go on and finish.
I'll give you an example. I always tell guys that get into this game, it's easy to make a room of 500 people participate. If you get 16 people in there, if you can get 12 of them on the dance floor, that's when you really DJing. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but that's when you really DJing, because you don't have the luxury of a big crowd of people that can take turns getting on and off the dance floor. You know what I'm saying? Dancing in shifts. So you gotta make energy out of where there's no energy out of there. So that's really your test. That's really a good test. If you got an empty room, if you can make an empty room participate.
Facts. Yeah, I agree with that. Shout out to Tick Man. He just said hello.
Tick Man.
Kim David. Yeah, man.
Man. Don't make me start. Oh, God.
Yeah. So, my thing on that though is that, and it's funny too, because I've been at sets ready to play, well, hired to play, and just was not feeling it. And that happens to every DJ. But I figured out that I have to feed off of my crowd in order to get my motor running. And once I do, and I know where they are, we kind of meet in the middle. It's almost like when you first start out stepping with somebody you never danced with before. You get in the game and you like, okay, and you got to feel them out. You go through the basic steps or whatever. Then you kind of get an idea, and then you get the flow. And it's crazy sometimes when you gotta, because there are some rooms that are more difficult than others. Let's just keep it a buck. Sometimes I've been in places where, if you're not very familiar with the people, you gotta get that feel. You gotta figure out where they are so that you can meet them in the middle and y'all can get on the same page. So
no doubt. There it was, well, at least with steppers, there's a core, and Mellow Chris and myself, we had a few workshops in Atlanta back when they were at the convention center. We did a couple of DJ workshops, and we went over the top 100 list of go-to records, and there are a bunch of like neutral but consistent records that get people to participate.
Get people on the floor
in your program. Yeah, like Love Ambition is one, Sweet Summer Day. There's quite a few. I think I still got the list somewhere. And you gotta create a list of consistent records to go to, just in case you're falling flat, or if you're trying to experiment and your experimentation is not working out. So you got these lists of records that work, and people heard them a million times.
Yeah.
And some
But
people
they
might
but
say,
they
well, you're
but
playing
but
the
you're right.
same
They
thing at every
always
set, but you're going to give crowd participation. You understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
So you can't, and like I said, and I always say this everywhere I go, Brian, a good DJ thinks that the people are there for them. A great DJ is there for the people,
There you go.
no matter
Period.
what.
You ain't got no reason being up there if it ain't for the people.
It ain't for the people. That's
Keith C just gave you a shout out. He said, "Well, Keith C said if you can't play for two, you can't play for 2,000."
Hey,
Marvin Wooten says, "I remember DJ Calvin from the old 95.1 shows of Ramonski's. I loved his segments, the cold mixes." There you go.
thank you, thank
And
you,
DJ Vale says, "Hey, my brother DJ Calvin, thanks for paving the way. Much love."
man. DJ Vale, the hitter, man. That
Yes,
man
sir.
got
Yes, sir.
that man
One of my
excites the
favorites.
crowd wherever he goes.
Look, as a DJ, one of my favorites.
Oh yeah, DJ Vale be killing them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna just tell on you right quick, ladies and gentlemen. I just want y'all to understand that if you're a DJ and you play any good music around Calvin, be careful because he will hem you up and will not let you out of the DJ booth until you give it to him.
You talk about that one time, man. You talk about that one time. Hey, man, and that's another thing about DJing too. I think you got to be humble enough to go up and ask, man, hey, man, what is that? And sometimes you might get it, sometimes you don't. Because like I say, a lot of guys try to protect their collections, because it's what make them hot and make people want to, go see them. But and I've done it too. I told people, man, I can't give you that. I'm definitely guilty of that. There's debates behind that back and forth. You know what I'm saying? But
now, and see, for me, if it's something that I made or something I did, I don't really trip. Now, if it's something somebody else gave me, I might be a little more hesitant only because they asked me to not pass that along. That's the only time. Otherwise, I don't give a damn. Hey, Avis Tucker, how you doing? So look here.
Yes,
Mr.
sir.
Calvin.
Yes, sir.
We done talked about DJing damn near through the whole show.
Okay.
We came here to talk about health and wellness. So it's going to be a little longer show tonight.
Okay.
Now, the reason, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna get down to it here. Mr. Haynes, DJ Calvin, is having some health challenges at this time. And one of the reasons we wanted to do tonight's show specifically, well, a couple of reasons, of course, but one of them was that we want to make sure that you all, especially the fellas, y'all get to them doctors, get them checkups. Let's get things together. Last night, there was a fantastic set that I wished I had been able to be at in Chicago at the Grand Ballroom in honor of DJ Calvin. Due to his health challenges, which we're going to discuss here in a moment, there was a fundraiser done on his behalf, which we're going to put his Cash App up here in just a little bit. And I'm going to personally ask that you all begin to assist in the contribution that we're all going to make tonight to help to give some relief to a very hardworking man that is moving with these challenges into the future. And we all can give something. We spend thousands of dollars going to these stepper sets. It ain't gonna hurt to drop a couple of bucks on my man, and I'm encouraging everyone to do that. We're gonna give you all that information here in a minute. But Calvin, do us a favor, please, and kind of enlighten the audience because I saw a flyer recently that came out, and it was put out by several of your DJ family, as well as Pete Frazier and a few others, people in the Steppers community who are concerned about your well-being as I am. And and I know you can't call everybody. You ain't gonna call everybody, but I was like, wait a minute, no, I gotta holler at my man. This ain't gonna fly. So of course, I reached out and to talk to you about it. And I would like for you, and as much as you are willing, to give my audience some insight as to where you are in your journey and what it is that what your expectations are and what we can do to try and make that journey that much easier, if you will. What are your thoughts on all that?
Well, first of all, thank you, brother, for allowing me on your platform, and I just want to thank everybody who supported me, who came out. While last night, it was a nice crowd at the Grand Ballroom. A lot of people contributed. I was just overwhelmed with emotion and just joy. It was a joyous occasion, man. So I just want to thank everybody for that. Thank the organizers. And just just grateful. But
Mhm.
to make a long story short, a week before Thanksgiving, I was trying to, I was trying to, I don't know if I was trying to go to the 50. I might trying to go to the 50, and I couldn't catch my breath.
Mm-hmm.
I actually couldn't breathe.
Wow.
And so I called an ambulance. I know I was having a heart attack. I was about to die, whatever. But I couldn't even move or breathe.
Wow.
So the ambulance came, and they started giving me oxygen, and
Mm-hmm.
they hooked heart monitors up to my chest. Well, when they took my blood pressure, it was like 235 over 119.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Yo.
it was serious.
Wow.
So they rushed me to the hospital, gave me a room and all that stuff. And that's when I got diagnosed with congestive heart failure
Mm.
and chronic kidney disease.
Wow.
I was at stage 4 at that time.
Mm.
And, they gave me diuretics to get the fluid off. My legs were like swollen up like this.
Wow.
And it was crazy. So they gave me diuretics, but the diuretics hurt my kidneys more. So I
Mm.
wound up progressing from stage 4 to stage 5 kidney disease,
Mm.
that's where I'm at now. And they want to put me on dialysis, but I don't want to go on dialysis. I'm trying to reverse that. But since then, I lost a lot of weight. My legs went down,
Okay.
and my blood is going in the right direction.
Are you got a workout regimen or something that you're doing that with?
No,
Okay. Just what is it?
it,
Just
it, it,
diet?
that's the thing with the combination of the two. I tire real fast. Like
Okay.
last night wore me out. I'm taking all the pictures and I'm walking around that Grand Ballroom all
Oh
night.
wow.
I was
Yeah,
literally worn
yeah,
out.
yeah. That
And,
take a
and you
lot
talk
out you.
and you talking about somebody who used to be a knockout artist back in their day. You know what I'm saying? I was a hitter. I was a straight hitter. But like I said, when you start getting these ailments, and I think
Yeah.
Brian, it runs in my family because my oldest brother, I think, died of. He was on dialysis and he died of, I think, kidney kidney failure. And then
Mm.
my second oldest brother, he's still living, but he had a transplant. Now
Okay.
he got really lucky because he didn't have to go on dialysis and he had a live donor. And so I think it's hereditary. I think it runs in my family. So,
So
but
you
I
you
think I'm
hadn't
gonna I'm, I'm
had
gonna turn mine around. Go ahead.
you hadn't had any and yes, and I'm glad that you said that because that's what we want to see. We want to see you turn that around, bro, because I need you here. So you
Thank you,
can't be,
bro.
you know what I'm saying, getting all out of pocket, man. Don't make me have to come hem you up in the DJ booth. You good. I'm just saying.
Man,
But so prior to you having to be rushed into emergency, you were not aware of any of the conditions.
um, I wasn't worried about the kidneys. My shortness of breath was coming and going, but I thought so I can, turn around and fight. And then I ran out of my blood pressure medication. I wasn't taking it for a while, so that's another thing that
Okay.
kind of threw me for a loop.
Okay.
But but the kidneys really blindsided me, because I wasn't expecting that,
Right.
and and I wish I would have caught that earlier to turn around like stage 3 or something. I wish that I didn't find
Right.
out till it was
Right.
stage 4 and 5.
Is
So
now is it because I don't know very much. Producer lady is over here. She may want to chime in. She knows more about this stuff than me. But
okay,
is something like this um, reversible? I mean, is it something that, if you put in the work, where will it, will you be able to regain some of the um, function, kidney function, and what do they have you on some type any type of regiments that's going to deal with your heart issue?
Okay. With the heart issue, they telling me, okay, they're telling me not to drink more than 64 ounces of fluid because
Okay,
it retain the fluid and my heart's not pumping like it's supposed to be.
got you.
They got me on hydralazine, but I take that 3 times a day. I got about six medications I take. I take four of them
Okay.
during the day and then two at night. And I can't, I think one is a diuretic, a slow diuretic to keep the fluid off.
Hmm.
And then I think I take two heart, not I mean two blood pressure pills, and I think a cholesterol pill or something like that. And some to help, like I say, help you go to the bathroom to
Hmm.
get the stuff out you. But they really want to put me on dialysis. That's the thing.
I got you.
And I'm really fighting to avoid that, and it's looking like it might be inevitable. So right now I'm at the point where they're gonna check my blood one more time, and if it's not going in the right direction, then they're gonna put me on dialysis.
So let me ask you this then: with everything that's taking place, how is that affecting your ability to work and make an income?
That's the thing, I can't. I used to be a painting contractor, and
Right, because I
when
tried to get you to come paint my house, but you was busy.
nah, it was now, well, with the painting after I caught COVID, that kind of slowed that down
Yeah, I
because it
remember
affected
you
my
told me.
lungs. Yeah, and so right now, even if I want to get back into it, I don't have
Nurse
the strength.
Hawk. Nurse Hawk is watching. I just want you
Uh
to know that. Go ahead.
oh,
No.
let me slump down in my chair. Hey, Nurse Hawk. Yeah, she be on my case, man. But
Hmm.
it's all out of love, man. It's all, man. Just the community just been showing me so much love. But right now, like I said, everything, just say a prayer for this last blood test. If it's not going in the right direction, then I'm going to be on dialysis and I'm going to have to go on a kidney donor list,
Okay.
you know. And
Um, there are several people within our feed here that are saying that this is very treatable, and I believe that it is. I mean, I believe where there's a will, there's a way. As long as you have the discipline and the wherewithal
yeah, I'm
to
trying.
to
I'm trying
do.
everything. Doc put me on to somebody that's supposed to be able to really, target this. I'm pursuing
Okay.
that avenue for right now too, because I like doing like the way I lost weight. I've been like eating one meal a day,
Mm.
eating a lot of fresh vegetables and fresh fruit. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
see, I
saying?
got look, I got my fresh fruit. I got pineapples in there. Look at
That's what I'm talking
that. I
about.
had some
That'll
strawberries
help
in
you
there.
out,
Yeah,
brother. That'll help you out.
yeah, yeah.
And we don't do enough of that. We eat a lot of processed food, a lot of burgers, a lot of fries, and that stuff slowly
Well, speaking of
clogs
that,
clogs all your cells and your arteries. Go ahead.
Chicago in particular. Let me tell you something. When Poppy and I come home, it's really weird for us because one thing that she's done this many, many years. In fact, my kids to this day love their vegetables because she always, 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 we had to have something green with our food. Always.
Right.
And it's weird because when we come home and we go to these different places to try to eat, and it's like everything fried, dyed, and laid to the side. I'm talking about it's hard to find, so we end up hitting one of the soul food spots or and seeing, we used to be vegetarians at one point before we moved to Texas. We were vegetarians and we didn't eat no meat. And it was like just trying to find food in Chicago is very complicated sometimes. Um, it's amazing to me that more people in Chicago are not sick just from all the chicken wings and the hot dogs and the and just the stuff that is that you can get that's readily available. It's a lot of trash, a lot of it, and I love every bit of it. I'm just saying.
Well, it tastes good, but it's not good. It's not
Yeah.
good for you. We eat. How can I put it? We eat because of the taste of the food,
Yes, sir.
and in order to get it to taste good and to last long, you gotta load it up with salt and sugar. And those are two things that
Yep.
really takes us out of here because
Sodium
yeah,
and high fructose
yeah,
corn
that's
syrup,
right, that's right. But that's
sugar,
what makes the
salt.
food taste good.
I tell people all the time, if you can control your taste buds, you can lose weight and you can be healthy. The problem that people have is just like this dance, that dopamine hit, that taste, that
Oh
feeling,
yeah,
that
but
feeling you get when you put that food in your mouth. That's what gets you in trouble. If you can just put nutritious
eh,
food that you're not worried about that taste. See, we've been conditioned to think that taste
yeah.
to the point where it makes us unhealthy. Because
Well,
once
some
you
people
swallow it,
some people put
that's it.
salt on their food. They'll put salt on their food before they even taste the food.
Yeah,
They just out
absolutely.
of habit. They'll grab the salt
Yep.
and it's already loaded with salt. You know what I'm saying? I'm not
And
trying
that
to hit
sodium will
street.
kill you, Jack. Don't play
Well,
no games.
it's killing me because it's the number one enemy to my kidneys. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? They say you can't have nothing with sodium. You can't eat cashews with salt on it. You can't eat
And I'll tell you something.
pistachios.
People don't realize what all sodium is in. It's in damn near everything.
It's a preservative.
Yep.
It's a
You
preservative.
literally have
So
to read the
in order to
packages
in
of
order to keep
food.
things on the shelf, you got to load them up with sodium.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Even
You
stuff that seems healthy has got to be loaded up with sodium.
yep.
In order for it to have a longer shelf life.
Well, I'm gonna drop this little bit of a note on for those who don't know in the audience. Let me tell y'all something. You want to eat healthy? Never go down the aisles at the grocery store. Go around the perimeter of the store. When you walk into any grocery store, the very first part you hit is produce. That is where all your green vegetables and things of that nature are. The next department that you hit is usually going to be your fish, poultry, and meat. And as you travel around, you're going to run across your foods that are your cheeses, and then you get to around to your dairy products, eggs. All that stuff is around the perimeter. All that stuff is around the outside of the store. Start going down them aisles, you're gonna hit that sodium, you're gonna hit that high fructose corn syrup, you're gonna hit them preservatives. That stuff will take you down.
Yeah. Um, you gotta kind of lose the taste for that stuff, man, because it makes you crave.
Yep.
Salt makes you crave sugar. Sugar makes you crave salt.
Yep.
They're like a tag team to the deterioration of your health. You
Uh-huh.
know, and processed foods. You gotta eat more fresh foods. And I learned that the hard way. But
Calvin, do
just
you have a Zelle?
I got a cash out.
Okay, because we got a lot of people that want a Zelle.
Oh wow. Oh well, Zell. You can Zell my daughter Rachel.
Okay, well they need the information. Well, give it to me so that producer lady can put it in.
Okay. Her
Yeah,
name is
and
Rachel
you
Haynes.
actually need to go back and read these messages too. Ladies and gentlemen, get your cell phones ready. Get your cell phones ready. I'm about to put Calvin's Cash App up for everyone to see, and you can scan it right in, and you can make your contribution to help this
Man, thank
man
y'all so much. Yeah,
through.
but in the interim of all this, I wound up losing everything, bro, because I couldn't, I was in the hospital so much I couldn't, sustain income, and I told somebody about that, and that's when they decided to throw a benefit for me. Now, I
And
told
that's
one
why we
person,
here, bruh. Real talk.
and
That's why
and,
we here.
and like you say, when you play, I don't know if you ever played classroom. You tell one person something, by the time you get to the
Yes, and
end of
it's
the
gonna
classroom,
spread, bro. It's gonna spread.
and get embellished.
You know what I'm saying?
You know,
Well, there it is.
by the time
So
my story got to the end of the classroom, Brian, I had I had one foot in the grave and another one on the skateboard, man.
Hey, man. Hey, you know.
I wanted to say this. Hey, Calvin, I wanted to
Hey,
say
Poppy.
this. With stage 4 and stage 5 renal failure, you automatically qualify for Medicare, and you have insurance. So you need to contact Social Security Board.
Yeah, they've been turning me down for that too. So I gotta get with the right people to apply for that.
You just gotta get with her. She'll
one of the
get
ladies
you.
also that's in. I'm assuming she's in Chicago. Linda McDaniels, and there was another lady that also said that same information. Maybe they know who you can contact. So she put her email address in there.
Okay, good.
Yeah, you need to go. You're gonna have to
I'm
go
gonna,
back.
I'm gonna go back on Facebook.
Yeah.
The phone I'm on, I can't do it while I'm on live.
Yeah, that's
I'm
fine.
gonna go back.
That's fine.
And watch the replay.
Yeah, you go back through there and you check this stuff. Give us a Zelle for
Rachel. Her phone number is
spell it, man. Okay, yeah, give them the phone number.
Well, that's what her Zelle is. It's 312 221. Hold up. Let me just make sure I get the one. Hold up. Let me check real quick. I'm sorry.
Yeah, make sure it's the right one now.
Yeah.
Lindo Daniels put it up? No? What is that? Linda, what is that number you put up there? Oh, that's her phone number.
Okay, it's 312 221 9593.
Wait a minute, say it again.
312 221 9593.
Okay, we're gonna put that.
Her name is Rachel Haynes.
Oh boy, had a little sneeze there. Okay, I'm gonna make sure I put it up here. Let's see. Let me add text.
Wow, I can't. Thank y'all for this, man. That's really,
Takes a village.
Takes a village, baby. Because we are in a time in this community where so many things are taking place. Not all of them are good. Because as Mr. Miles said on Conversations last night, when it comes to this community, we're oftentimes disappointed. However, we should never be surprised.
Well, yeah, I mean, people are going to be people, but
yes,
I would
sir.
say the majority of the people in the steppers community are beautiful people. You're going to have one or two out here that's going to not, they're going to bring negativity to something positive. But for the most part, like you say, and an example is last night, man. I mean, it's just so much love in the room, man.
That's a beautiful, beautiful thing.
People just showed up and they wanted to be there. They wanted to, contribute, and I was just overwhelmed. I was just wow. We took a minute. As a matter of fact, I got to put a Facebook post up thanking everybody. And I'm gonna try to put as many names as I can up there.
Because showed up and showed out for you, brother.
Man, it was tremendous, man. I just had no idea, bro.
I'm putting the Zelle number up again, ladies and gentlemen, as well as the Cash App. The Zelle is 312-221-9593. And, of course, you see the Cash App right there.
$ C-Rod 1367.
Yep.
Okay.
Calvin.
Yes, ma'am.
A lady said on here, Cynthia Cravens, I know you can go back and read. She said, apply if denied, appeal, and win. You will win, and they will retro from the date you applied for Social Security the first time.
Okay, I'm on it. I'm on it like doggone it.
We're gonna get you.
Somebody wanted to know, what insurance do you have right now?
None.
Okay.
I've been working with an OF. What do you call it? OSF been working with me. I think it's Order of St. Francis. They're Catholic thing. They've been
That's
billing
what's
me,
up.
so I've been paying them in increments. That's y'all familiar with Little Company Mary Hospital, right?
Yeah.
They're the ones who've been handling this whole situation.
Okay, so when you there, the caseworker, you
Pardon?
should ask to speak to a caseworker. Tell the nurse you want to speak to a caseworker.
I did.
Caseworker. Huh?
I did.
Okay.
I did. That's one of the ones who told me I was denied. I'm like, oh wow.
So
Val,
she should have been able to go back in and reapply.
I've been paying them in increments. I
Val
will.
Wells
Trust me.
says
I've been
you
paying
can
them
get
in
Medicare. Val Wells says you can get Medicare based on your renal status in stage. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Nurse Hawk told me that. She emailed me the things. I gotta
Nurse Hawk on your
fill them
back,
out.
Jack.
Man, Nurse Hawk is nothing to play with. And tell
Say she
Val Wells
hawking.
I said what's up.
James
Tell
Frazier in the
everybody on
building. I see you,
Facebook I
brother.
said hello. I can't see the Facebook post because I'm in a different screen.
Yeah, that's fine. You can go back. You go back and check
I'm
it out.
definitely gonna go back. Tell them I love all of them, man. I love everybody, man.
Moni Love said on Thursday they'll be taking donations also.
Oh, wow.
With the MVK in the building.
Will someone be there to receive the funds?
Yep, Calvin will be there. No, that's right. You be in Houston, won't
you?
No, this Thursday.
You talking about this week?
Thursday. Yeah, you'll be there.
I'll be in Atlanta for the Heritage Ball.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Right. Heritage Ball. Yeah, okay. Yeah, man.
I'm just so humbled and overwhelmed by all the support, man. It's just,
hey, man, listen. We have way more than enough BS that goes on in this community, and bruh, because see, I'm still a work in progress. You know what I'm saying? The disloyalty and disrespect. Sometimes a lot of these people, they tend to forget where they come from until something like this happens. The things come back up, but people like me, I need people like you because I believe in getting my pound of flesh. You did.
Hey, you're a good brother. I'm telling you, what you and Poppy are doing for the community, man, archiving all of this, getting the backstage pass, if you will, behind the scenes, because, behind what you see at a party, we're all people, man.
That's right.
We got life, we got life situations, we got kids, grandkids,
man.
We got family, we got deaths in the family, health problems. And, it's good that you extend your platform and use it to,
man, the only reason
educate.
I do this is for the people. The only reason I do this is for the people.
It's very informative, man. And you do it real eloquently too, man.
Thank you, brother. Because look here, man. Look, I love my folks. You dig what I'm saying? I love this dance. I love my city, and I love what this represents. And when I see people playing with it, it annoys the hell out of me. So I do everything that I can to try and move the ball to where it belongs in the game, and a lot of people, it's unfortunate, but you got people out here who actually think that inside stepping is a thing where like, oh, he's trying to get money and man, look here, stop, just stop.
Well, the community, just like any other community, the true community has a way of weeding out phonies and opportunists.
How many of them we done seen come and go?
Yeah, they fall flat because if you're not in it for the right reasons, you're not gonna sustain. You know what I'm saying? You're just not gonna last. Mm-hmm. And there's a lot of people that come and go. I wish them well. I don't wish no ill will on anybody, man. But a lot of people have come and gone because they got it. They hopped in this lane for the wrong reasons.
Right.
And it just don't last.
Absolutely.
Calvin, I got a couple people on here asking, because you in Chicago, they want to know why didn't you go to Cook County?
I went where the ambulance took me, which was Little Company Mary.
Okay, so they said that you need to go to Cook County. You won't have to pay anything. They have the best service ever. Then Barbara Hawk, when is your next blood testing? She wants to know that. So you're going to have to go back in here and read all these questions. And then Linda O'Daniel, she left her email address, and she's saying after you get stable with insurance, provider and specialties will offer you no out-of-pocket fees at Cook County.
Oh, okay.
And
it's always good to know.
Yeah. Also, again, you want to reapply, and then somebody else wanted to know what was the reason for denial.
They checked my tax return. They said I made too much driving for Uber.
Lord have mercy.
Damn it,
I
man.
know, right? That shit I can't tell.
Vernell D.
Man.
Wilson Williams says keywords are a must when submitting. SMEs are needed. What is an SME, Vernell? Your dance community right now is doing what it is supposed to do. Our God will provide. Absolutely and amen. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
because if you have renal failure, it says in all the doggone things, stage 4 or stage 5, you automatically qualify for Medicare. So I don't understand if they denied it, if the doctors filled the paperwork out and put that information on there.
Maybe one of the conditions, maybe, I don't know, maybe one of the conditions that I take dialysis. Because I'm just flat out refusing. That's me. I'm flat out refusing that because I know everybody says no.
You say the devil
my
is
older
alive.
brother, my older brother was on dialysis and he wound up dying. My mother-in-law was on dialysis, wound up dying. I just it's some type of mental block with this dialysis when it comes to me. I might be wrong. Everybody's saying that it's not, that some people stay on it temporarily and get off of it.
Yeah, that's true.
So you charge that with me.
Vernell Wilson Williams says subject matter expert. That's what SME is. So in other words, and I know for a fact. Matter of fact, you know what, Calvin?
I think it's the caseworker.
No, you know what? I know who I need to put you in touch with. I need to put you with my man DJ Mr. Mello. And I believe you met Mr. Mello one time with me.
Oh yeah, he works.
He is a technician in this, and he is very familiar. He's a dialysis tech. He recently relocated back to Chicago. He lives over there on the west side, right down the street from the Blue Note. I'm going to put you with him and let him help you walk through some of this because he knows this stuff.
And then
He's been doing this for years.
And Linda is on it too. She got a lot. She said there's no reason for denial. Obama passed the law for you to get services. Because I know y'all Affordable Health Care Act is different than Texas. Because Texas didn't take the extended part of whatever those funds were. So Texas is a little different than Chicago. Y'all a liberal state. So they got lots of resources there.
Okay. I'm about to be on it.
And I'm one of these beautiful ladies in our community will help you fill out the paperwork. I know they will.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I've been, you know what, and that's another thing, too, y'all. I've been, a lot of people, matter of fact, I'm going to tell you something. I don't want to put their business out there, but there's a couple of people actually offered to give me, to be a donor, a kidney donor for me. And you know, that just
hey man,
had me balling. Here, I'm like, what the?
We need you here, and we need you in the DJ booth, Jack. Don't play no games. Look, you have value.
Wow, I guess so, man. But I think like I'm humbled. I thank him.
But you know what? That also, Calvin, is the thing. One of the things that, you know, for me, that stands out in something like this as well. That people already are there are humane individuals within this world who care, and they have the sympathy and empathy to be able to do something like that. But also know that because of your ability to be who you are and to express yourself the way that you do through your music, as well as being that energy that we spoke about earlier, understand that the payoff is the fact that you have so many people whom you've touched who are willing to do whatever is necessary in order that you continue to do so. So everybody can't say that, bro. There's some people out here, I ain't gonna lie, if their ass was on fire, I wouldn't piss on them. So I'm just saying.
Hey, that's cold, bro. That's cold.
Hey, man. Hey, bro.
Marvin Wooden said every person in the community should listen and watch this program podcast. Good information for our people.
Yeah, Thank you. Yeah, you know, I'm gonna tell you, man. The best cure is prevention, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Diet. And see, with me, by me driving a lot, I eat out of convenience. So, you know, I stop at gas stations, 7-Elevens, fast food places.
Mm-hmm.
and that stuff, just wasn't good for me. And I didn't realize it until it was like too late. When
Mm-hmm.
I started having symptoms, I wasn't paying attention. And that's another thing, black men. I'm talking to the black men out there.
That's right.
Find a way to go to the doctor, even if you got to pay out of pocket. I got to, pay out of pocket, and that's why my uh, visits aren't as frequent as they should be. But I've been on it lately. But go to the doctor, man. Catch stuff before it gets worse. And that's the mistake I made, man. If I'd have
Yeah.
caught my kidneys and my congestive heart failure before it got bad, where I couldn't breathe and I couldn't function, and I can't even walk up a flight of stairs without huffing and puffing.
Right.
I would have been better off.
Lindo Daniel said she wanted to offer this service to the Steppers community, but it was turned down. Linda, let me give you some food for thought. Linda, producer lady, says she need to talk to you. Let me, because with her upcoming show, Popping with Poppy, things like this are definitely going to be on the menu. Understand something very clearly, Linda. Uh, Sometimes people don't know what they need until it's provided. I encourage you to not give up because of whomever may have been the one who turned it down. Or, people are quick to dismiss things that is not or that is not knocking on their own door. There are a lot of people in this community who have needs, who have um, uh, things that they could get done. We have a lot of talent within this community. We have a lot of people who need knowledge that you may have. There are a lot of people who have slipped through the cracks, if you will, with people literally sitting right next to them at a set who has the information that they need, who has something that can assist them. But we don't have enough structure within our community to make sure that we convey all of these different skill sets and knowledge and information in a unified place, so that instead of having to reach outside of our community, we literally could pick up the phone and somebody can say, hey, so and so does that, or so and so is an expert on that. You should call them. And for those people to be the ones that are literally open to being able to help those within the community, those that care, because some folks don't. I've seen stranger things happen, but the same way Inside Stepping was started, um, nobody said, "Hey, man, you should start this show. You should do this, that, or the other." No, I saw a need and I filled it. It was not. We didn't walk through the doors Inside Stepping. We started, and we just started talking, and we just started putting the information out there where people could get it. And now this is what we've continued to do over the last, what is it, six almost 7 years now. We continue to do it, and I've filled in a gap where some things have been lacking. We have had media outlets prior to Inside Stepping the show, because there was actually an Inside Stepping magazine before I came along and did this show. There has always been, as long as stepping has been kind of getting popular and across the nation, there's always been uh, other others who have tried to convey the information, and we've found ways to refine that. And without them as a stepping stone, we might not even have an audience for this. So all I'm saying to you is, if nothing else, be the pioneer, be the one that starts that journey, that someone else may pick up the ball somewhere else, or there may be more who will join you in your journey and make it that much better, so that we in this community. And as I began this show, I started out talking about the fact that we in this community tend to not lean on each other the way that we could or we should. I am fortunate that Calvin would allow me to be someone that is allowing him to speak about his situation and his journey, and to be able to encourage others to help to get this man through this crisis. Um, there's a reason for everything in this life.
Can I
I
jump in for
firmly
2 seconds?
believe that.
Can I jump in for 2 seconds? If anybody want to come to the 50-yard line and set up a booth, I'll talk to the on Saturday when I'm DJing. I'll talk to the management, and they don't have to pay anything. Just set up a health and wellness booth with brochures, with information, and get the information to the people. They used to let my daughter come in when she was selling Amway, and set up her booth. And she has some health products and stuff like that. But somebody who can explain the processes of filling out applications or where to go to get help. The avenues to take that people who can't afford insurance and people who can't afford to pay for expensive health care, man, I would welcome that to my platform, to my set. You know what I'm saying?
So there you go. And that within itself is a major hurdle already climbed, already leaped over. We need to be able to utilize more of the information and resources that we have within our community, and be that, or how does that saying go? Be the change you want to see.
Yes.
Don't wait for someone else to validate. Just do. And how the old saying go? Build it, and they will come.
Oh yeah.
So Linda,
it's just having access. And she's right. We need that more than anything. I've seen massage chairs set up as stepper sets. I've seen different things where I tell you, I give another good example. Zakia Tony, and she's a nurse she was out of Las Vegas. She's from Chicago, and she was given weekend events based around health and wellness. And she had doctors there, had herbalists, and I think that was well needed. I think it was a good lane for that. She decided to quit doing it. I used to DJ her weekend events. They used to be on Memorial Day weekend. And shout out to her for that. Go ahead.
I'll tell you another very interesting tidbit of information for those of you out there that are listening and paying attention and actually care about health. You can oftentimes get yourself or promote events in venues based upon this being a dance for health. There is an entire market, an entire avenue out there for that. I know this to be a fact because we've done some things here in San Antonio. In fact, we did a set at a mall here, and it was to encourage being active, dancing, and it was a fantastic event. We got our dance on, people joined, and it was wonderful. So this, because people don't really realize, this dancing is kind of athletic. If you really want to know the truth, especially if you're one of them people that's just always on the floor. But that's just another little gem for somebody who may want to pick that ball up and run with it or something. You never know. So
yeah, man, it should be encouraged. It should be encouraged because a lot of people just don't know, and we suffer because of our ignorance and because of our lack of knowledge and our lack of exposure to knowledge.
Preach.
On these topics, man. We don't understand the parasites that enter our body every single day that we get causing a lot of our ailments. Just a lot of toxic stuff we eat, that's giving us no nutritional value. Just
no nutritional
getting
value.
filled up. We're getting filled up, and we feel satisfied, but we're not getting nourished. And then next thing you know, we getting rushed to the emergency room like me, because we love potato chips with all that salt and vinegar on it, and that pop. Or soda. Some people call it soda.
But
Some
look,
people call it
soda
pop.
for the folks down south.
Right. It's tearing us apart, Brian.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Um, I want to I want to play a song. Let's see. What you say? She over here. She be mumbling under her breath over here. You gotta watch her.
And eliminate chitlins off the Thanksgiving menu. Okay, go ahead.
He said, take the chitlins off your menu.
Man, that's that's just suicide. Why you pulling it up? Shout out to Rudy Doughton. He sent me a cash out.
Rudy
Brown,
Doughton, Boston's finest.
Warren E. Washington. I think that's Bird. I don't know. But Warren E. Washington, Keith Carson. Thank y'all so much. I'm gonna put a Facebook list out. All the people send me cash app and Zales, man.
Okay.
It's just been overwhelming, man. I can't,
Whoa.
I want to play a video of this, but I ain't gonna play that.
Damn Amber Alert popping up on everything.
Excuse me 1 second.
Okay. Let me see. Let me play this. Oh dang. These doggone. Must be a bad Amber Alert. Somebody getting out of pocket around here. Somebody out of pocket.
Yeah, Cook County. There's a bunch of places. He got to call me so we can find some resources.
Yeah, Poppy say she says she gonna you got to call her and then she'll help you. We'll find the most recent
Okay.
ones.
All right, Poppy, I'm gonna hold you to that.
Doggone it. I'm trying to I want to play this song, man. It's hot, man.
Well, take your time, brother.
You say, take your time.
Take your time,
Let's
bro.
see. Smiling Happily says, some doctors have sliding fees. Look at the health clinics. Speak with the hospital social worker about assistance paying your ER bills, basic needs. Ask for a cash me. What is a cash me? See, I'm learning. Look, we learning together tonight, y'all.
Chicago got stuff.
Yeah.
Well, it's important, man. Health.
Yes, I'll put the Zelle back up in 1 second. Stay tuned.
Health is super duper important, bro. I mean, it's it's our number one asset, bro. Let's put it that way.
Okay,
it's worth more than money.
I'm gonna put the Zelle back up right quick, and while I'm doing that, I'm gonna play. What I do with it? I'm gonna play a song. Y'all check it out. I ain't gonna play the whole thing. I'm just gonna play a little bit of it. What you say?
Time is the one thing we can't step around. Father Time is undefeated.
Time is too precious. Don't let it slip away. Respect the foundation and the price they had to pay. Stop wasting your minutes on the wrong of things. Just try to dance and the joy it brings. Respect the culture. Keep the legacy high. Give them their roses before they say goodbye. Before they say goodbye.
The wood feels heavier each time a legend moves on. The sets don't sound the same when the architects are gone. We lost many greats with the original spark. The ones who lit the way when the culture was dark. They gave us the dance and the city was blessed. They gave us the rhythm. They gave us the best. The East is quiet, the 50 is changed, but the dance they left us will remain the same. Every pivot, every slide, every soulful connection is a gift from a pioneer reaching for perfection. They're dancing in the spirit now, watching the floor, hoping we don't lose the heart of what it was created for.
Time is too precious. Don't let it slip away. Respect the foundation and the price they had to pay. Stop wasting your minutes on the wrong kind of things.
Can you turn up a little bit, Brian? I can't hear it. I don't know if you can hear it.
Keep a legacy high. Give them their roses.
Oh, okay.
Before they say goodbye.
Well, I'll just sit here and twiddle my thumbs while you're doing your...
Before they say goodbye.
Now look at all the elders who are still on this side, with silver in their hair and the wisdom of time. They got more years behind them than they do in the front. So respect the game, if I may be blunt. They're the walking libraries, the keepers of the flame. Treat them with honor when you mention the name. If you knew the
All right. That's enough, y'all. That's enough. Okay. I'll give you that one, Calvin. That's a hot little number right there.
What was it? I couldn't even hear it. What was it?
Oh no, you'll get to hear it. Well, it's called "Time Is Too Precious." Oh yeah,
Okay.
it's a hot little number, man.
Right.
I don't know what my audience think. Look, they heard it. What y'all think?
Oh man.
So, right. He like
That's
hey,
one.
man,
That's
hey,
one
man.
of your secret weapons.
Hey,
That's one of your
look
secret
here, man.
weapons.
Listen here. I ain't in the DJ
DJ
booth.
Be
You can't-
Real.
Look, I ain't in the DJ booth. You can't hear me up tonight. You can't hear me up and steal my music tonight, mister.
Oh my God. Steal your music. I can't believe you said that.
See how you
Oh,
are.
my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Miss Angie Fain, how you doing, young lady? It's good to
Oh,
see
Angie
you.
Fain is a legend.
Yeah.
Legend.
Hey, Regina Freeman. Yeah, old Angie Fain. What's up, girl? What you say? Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna put it on screen. All right, so DJ Calvin, sir.
Yes.
All I can say to you, my brother, is that once again, I personally appreciate you for being who you are, brother, for handling things the way that you do. I got nothing but love and mad respect for you. And I'm going to continue to push, promote, do whatever I can do to try and make your journey as pain-free as possible, you dig? Because we all need,
Man, I
somebody
appreciate
to
that, bro. Hey,
get us over the hump.
Before you let me go, can I give a couple of shouts out, man?
Yes, sir, you can.
I want to really thank Mellow Chris, Snoop. Pardon me.
Go ahead.
Mellow Chris, Pete Frazier, Snoop King, Maddie B, Punkin, the people who threw that event yesterday for me, man. Yeah, my mind slipped a blank, but it was a few more people. DJ Samela,
Yeah, DJ Smeller. She's
Lady
another one of my
Verdina.
favorites.
All the DJs showed up, man. Cross Myron, Black Cool.
Man, it
all
wouldn't
of
be
them
right
showed
if
up,
they
man.
didn't.
Man, it was just so. Trey Nicole, man, me and Trey Nicole embraced each other, man, and just just burst into tears, man. We just, I'm gonna share you a little story about Trey Nicole real quick. We were on the plane coming to Atlanta. I don't know if this was last year, the last time we went to Atlanta. All right, it was all steppers on the plane. I got some old bowling ball head nigga sitting next to me, fidgeting. I think he was high or something,
Uh-huh.
And he kept, just moving and bumping into me. I'm like, dude, why don't you chill with that? So finally, with the straw that broke the camel's back, this dude tried to lay his head on my shoulder.
Oh.
I'm like, man, if you don't get your big peanut ass head off my damn shoulder.
Oh,
And I guess I embarrassed him, so he tried to make a big deal out of it. So it squashed. And all of a sudden, I guess he thought about it, man, fuck that, man, I'm gonna whoop your. So I got up, he got up. The first person I got up was Trey Nicole, bro.
Wow.
He
She ready to thump, Jack.
he didn't know he was surrounded around steppers, man. He was surrounded. Myron was sitting directly behind him.
He's about to catch a bad one.
Now Myron might look like a little dude, but Myron was whooping it.
Myron, hey, look, I know.
You know what I'm saying? He works out and all that stuff. So he didn't know what he was. But to make a long story short, me and Trey Nicole, I mean, that touched my heart for her to just get up out of her seat and be ready to throw down. You know, the whole thing got squashed. We didn't have to go to blows and nothing. They made him move his seat and all that stuff. And he apologized later, actually.
Mm-hmm. I
But
bet he did, because he had to get out. Look, he had to get off that plane somewhere.
he had to get off the plane, yeah. But you know, and
Look,
it
you don't
all
want
worked
that
out,
smoke,
man,
homie.
you know.
Real talk.
But just the love that was in that room, Brian, yesterday, man. It was just you can't even describe it. My family was there, my daughter was there. You know, I had sisters, nieces there.
Man, I wish I could have been there. Yeah, Ambassador came, man. He called me and he told me. He said, man, it was a beautiful, beautiful thing. He told me, you know, y'all got together, man, and you know, I'm humbled by all of it. And you know, the one thing that stands out in my mind is that it shouldn't take for us to have to come together in crisis for us to behave that way with one another. And as long as we have a Calvin Haynes in the community, I think we can all do better. We're all gonna do better because you're gonna make us do better by the energy that you provide for the rest of us. Because believe me, brother, your energy is the fuel. Or how that song go? You the wind beneath my wings when it comes to me doing the right thing. Let me put it like that.
Wow. Well, I just want to tell you, bro, thank you and your wonderful wife, man. Y'all keep doing what y'all doing, man. Just, you know, using your platform to inform the community, to promote this beautiful dance that came out of Chicago, that touched everybody around the country and around the world, that made people, you know, want to step to the name of love, who never knew what the dance was all about, man. You know, y'all archiving it. Y'all doing the community a great service, man. I appreciate you. And whenever you're in Chicago, brother, you want to get on them turntables, brother, at the 50-yard line, you're always more than welcome.
You know, I love playing at home, baby. I love playing for my people at home. I promise I do. That's like that's a highlight for my DJ career for me. I ain't gonna lie. I could play a lot of places. I played a lot of places, but really, when I get to play at the 50 man, hey, that's it for me, bro. Real talk.
Absolutely, bro.
So,
thank you, Calvin.
All right, thank you, Poppy. Hey, I'll talk to y'all soon, man. Like
Calvin,
say,
don't you forget, man. Go back through the feed because there's a lot of information in here. A lot of stuff being dropped.
We need you to do it.
Oh, I'm
a screen record, screenshot. I'm gonna do whatever I got to do to grab that. And
one thing I give him credit for, he ain't gonna he'll tell you if he ain't gonna do something now or he can't do it. If he say he's gonna do it, he gonna do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back there, and I got to make a big post too. So I got a big post thanking everybody, all the cash apps. That's coming. You know, I just
make sure you put long post alert on that.
To do it.
I'm messing with you, man. It don't matter. Whatever you put up there, we gonna check out. Calvin, thank you, man, so much, brother. We love you.
Okay, bro.
And man, whatever we can do, bro, let us know. And we gonna, you know, and y'all, my people out there, you see this feed after it's gone off, keep the donations coming, man. Help my man out. We gonna keep doing what we do and making the world turn. You dig? All right, Calvin. Have a good night, brother.
God bless y'all, man.
Boy,
God bless you, brother Brian. All right, now.
Peace, fam.
All right.
All right, y'all. That was Mr. Calvin Haynes, DJ Calvin Haynes. Y'all, I'm going to just tell you like this here. Life is short. And I continue to remind you all, although I am a work in progress myself, I will continue to encourage everyone as much as possible to do the best you can to build bridges, make amends, clear air, do whatever you need to do to bring peace to your space and yourself and your life and those around you. My hypocrisy is often pointed out by me, to me, because I do struggle myself with that concept at times. We don't have a lot of time, none of us. And I say that with the assumption that we will live to our natural time of passing. That does not mean that we will be here tomorrow. That means that whenever it's time to go, it's time to go. None of us want to leave here for the most part. And because of that alone, we have to do what is necessary in order for us to stick around a little longer. So if that means changing your diet, getting up and moving, which me and the producer lady been doing a lot of lately. Our diet has generally been solid. We don't eat a lot of trash out in the street. She keeps me very healthy. That's one thing that I will say. I got a woman that feeds me if she don't do nothing else. And I appreciate and love her for that because she's going to make sure that this family is and remains healthy. That makes it easy for me because I'm not going to lie to y'all. I'm not going to sit up here and say, oh, yeah, I would be cooking. I don't know if I would be doing that. Everybody doesn't have a producer lady in their life like I do. Discipline is very, very, very important, and it's something that escapes many people. But I encourage you to learn it. If you don't have it, adopt it, marry it, do whatever you need to do with it, but get yourself together so that you don't have to leave here prior to the time that you would naturally do so because of bad habits. Calvin himself said this was somewhat preventable. He knows that his habitual use of bad food has contributed to his condition. We all eat and have eaten the type of things that will cause this sort of condition. Some folks' situations are going to be worse than others. But I can tell you myself, now just a couple of years ago, y'all saw me at 58 out there black and bling doing backflips. Within those 2 years, I can tell you that I feel differently than I did then. I can still do it, but it is not as easy as it was. So, and it is no one's fault but mine because I have gotten lazy and I have not gotten off my tail and moved around the way that I am accustomed to doing. And I have now realigned myself. My discipline is back where it belongs, and I am about to reshape myself and the way that I do things. And I will be back this year, doing backflips again at 60, 61 years old. So look forward to that as proof that if I can do it, you can do it. And it's funny because I had a young guy tell me the other day, he said, man, look, when you got to move, he said, because what you don't want to do is get to the point where you can't move. Do it while you can so that you don't end up where you can't. Makes perfect sense to me. So work it out. Get it together. Your health is your wealth. And it's time to treat yourself the same way you do that Mercedes you got outside. You'll go out there and you'll put premium fuel, premium gasoline in your car because it says that's what's required. But you'll put trash in your body. Your body needs fuel too. It needs premium. Just remember that. Stay away from the garbage, y'all. It'll kill you. It'll kill you faster than anything in the drugstore. That's what my partner used to say all the time. My country buddy down there in the muddy. You kicking me off the show? I'm being kicked off, y'all. Man, you see how you are? This is the type of abuse I got to take, y'all. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for me to go because the producer lady said if I don't get off of here, I'm going to be in trouble. So I got to go. But listen, thank you for tuning in, y'all. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. We have gone way over, but it was necessary. So you can go back and you can contribute to Calvin's better health and help him through a crisis in his time of need. Donate it if you the twos and fews, fives, tens, hundreds, folding money if you got it. Whatever you can give to help that man through his journey, him and his daughter, you know what I'm saying? He's a single parent, he's doing his thing. Help that brother out. We all got to kick in, y'all. We spend a lot of money going to dance. That man provides the music for what we do. Let's look out for him. Y'all have done a fantastic job yourselves tonight. I want you to give yourself a round of applause because y'all are amazing, amazing. What an amazing group of people. Y'all steppers is something else. And I love you and ain't nothing you can do about it. Have yourselves a wonderful, wonderful evening. And it is time for me to get the hell out of here. Peace out. The views and opinions expressed in this program are not necessarily those of its hosts, Urban Arts Enterprises, its advertisers, or affiliates, and are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent. Wake up, wake up.